Hi everybody, hey, it's me Brooke Sobel from Heartland Vintage Market, and I'm happy to be here. Woo! Hey guys, wow, look at all this patina going on here. It's crazy, like. I do get on kicks, that's for sure. And I did a pair of, a pair of nightstands in the patina, and then I loved it so much that I did this desk in the patina. And then today I did a piece of artwork in the patina. So anyway, but that's not really what we're gonna be talking about today or playing with, because that's a whole other subject. We're gonna be playing with decorative waxes, because that's my jam. And hey guys, so I hope everyone's doing well and dealing with our new normal as best you can. So yeah, I'm going to use some decorative waxes to bring out some of these flower molds that I made, just a little bit. Hi Sherry. And just a little bit, because I mean, a lot of times I use a lot of different colors waxes. A lot of different colors, but this time I really like the white flowers, so I'm going to go really super easy with some of the metallics just to kind of add something to them. And then over here I really like the orange, so same thing, I'm just going to do a little bit of metallics. This little piece of artwork though, I'm going to bring out that mermaid, because she needs some love there, and do something with this, and I don't exactly know what yet. We'll find out. So anyway, this is pretty dang fun, and so I hope that you'll join me a little bit here. Let's see, I think I want to change positions. Yeah, that's better. I'm gonna bring these a little closer. That's what I'll do, so you can see better. I love these pieces. I love this look so much. Yes, metallic. So, oh God, my muscles. Boy, I need a massage badly. Oh, and a hot tub would be nice. Dream on. Okay. So, you guys are quiet today. You don't have to be, but you certainly can be, just quietly watching. Which one would you like me to start first, the orange or the white? While you're deciding? While I'm deciding, I'm going to take a drink of water. So if any of you don't know me, I'm Brooke Sobel, and I am a Redesign with Prima Brand Ambassador. Hi, Julie. I know, Barbara, right? So, and I'm a Redesign with Prima retailer, and I sell a paint line and other things all through my website at heartlandvintagemarket.com. So, did I say I'm a brand ambassador for a Redesign? Oh my God, I'm such a dork. My head is in too many places at once right now. Oh, you had one? It is essential for my well-being as well, actually, massage. I feel like I'm going to seize up if I don't get one pretty soon. But hi, Peggy. Waiting for the rain. It's cold here today. Coming at you from Boise, Idaho, y'all. Okay, so I've got a couple things going here. I've got this one, where I painted the moldings with an orange color called Rusty Nail from Dixie Belle. Hi, Mert, how are you? Water? Gee, you want to know what? I hate to disappoint you, but I haven't had an adult beverage since I moved here 6 weeks ago. So I am quite overdue, right? I just keep forgetting to buy some. So yeah, that would be super nice. I think a margarita would be really good. Oops, I gotta remember what page I'm on here, right? Because, all right. Anyway, okay, so I painted the moldings before I glued them on, and as you can see, I didn't get, you know, like all the way around all of them. It was quite a messy little job because they were still wet. So I love the orange against the blue. I think it's freaking gorgeous. And the hardware, I cleaned it, but I'm going to keep it just like it is because it has a nice natural patina. So what I'm going to do is use some copper wax around the edges to get rid of this white, and kind of just maybe touch it like the littlest bit. I might use some white gold, not sure yet, and just kind of give it a little bit of metallic, but I don't want to lose the orange. So I want to be careful about that. This drawer's been giving me fits. So let me get this guy in closer, if I can. And we'll start with that. Let me get it up higher. Hi, Mary. I'm gonna have a hard time parting with this one, I do believe. There, that's pretty good. You can see that pretty good, right? That's about as good as it's gonna get for me on my end, I think. Oops. Okay. It is quite slanted, but all right, nice and close. Yeah, very good. Very good. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Okay, I've got to just find the wax that I want now and a little brush. So I'm Brooke and I'm a waxaholic. You might say I have a wee bit of a habit. I love the Redesign waxes. They have two different lines that I use all the time. One is the Decor wax. That's the big tin right here, like Redesign Decor wax. This color happens to be called Gravity. And I'm not using it today, but just to show you. They're metallic and delicious, and I love them. So I have those in every color. Probably. And the other line that I use a lot is called Art Alchemy. I'm trying to find one that isn't completely covered in paint. And so Art Alchemy is another line. It's so tiny here, but right here it says Art Alchemy. It's under the Prima umbrella. So Redesign is one of the brands from Prima, and Art Alchemy is one of the brands from Prima. So it all goes under the Prima umbrella. Under the Art Alchemy line, then they have various different formulas. This one, for instance, this line is called Metallique, or however you pronounce that word. Metallique, right? So these are metallic, but they come in a lot of different colors, not just like what you would expect. So this one's called Vintage Gold. Lovely. Look how pretty. Ooh. Ooh. Wasn't even thinking vintage gold on this, but and then there's now I don't know this word, and I'm guessing it's French or something, I don't know, so excuse my ignorance. Wax, C-I-R-E. This is another one of their lines. It's Brilliant Wax. Brilliance, Antique Brilliance. This one's called Mystic Turquoise. And it's deep, rich, very heavily pigmented. And these waxes are really nice because they act like a gilding wax and they're spreadable. So some gilding waxes are just like you touch it on and you can't move it, right? These have a little bit of spreadability to them. And then there's yet another line in the brand. I'm trying to find one that has a readable label. Well, I guess I don't have one with a readable label. If I do, I can't find it. But anyway, it's the matte wax. So this is a new line, brand new. And here we go. It is matte, so it's not, hi Debbie, it's not the shiny metallics that we're used to with these waxes. This is a flat color, okay? Like this one's called rusty brown. Ooh. These are very soft. This formula is very, very soft. It's not as dense as the other formulas, so it's creamy like and very spreadable. So that's just a little bit of education about the different lines. And today I'm going to be using, who knows what? I don't know. I just got 2 new colors in and I'm anxious to try them. So I'm probably going to do that. One of these days I keep telling myself I'll organize my wax bucket like alphabetically or something. But I don't know, sometimes I feel like digging through it, looking for stuff is half the fun. So, but at this point I'm looking for a couple things in particular. I think I might have left them out. Gotten them out. Yep, that's it. They're behind me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. I put all this other stuff back in the bin. And, yes, Peggy, I do. I carry the Art Alchemy waxes and I have a really good selection of them because I use them a lot. And, you know, I want one of every color, so I want you to be able to have one of every color. I've shipped out some very big orders lately with practically one of every color. So that's at heartlandvintagemarket.com. And I have a really good selection. And there's so many different colors, you guys. And there's purples and pinks. I mean, it's not just gold and silver, okay? I mean, there's some really cool colors in these lines. And there's, you know, silvers and golds. Okay, so here's the 2 new ones that I just got. They're not new, but they're new to me. I've never used them before. I just added them to my selection. And, hey, Miss Alicia, nice to have you here. So these are the 2 that I carry in my store now that I didn't previously. So if you've been ordering from me for a while, these are new to me. So they're rich copper and aged brass. Let's take a look at them. And I'm going to use one of these or both of these on this piece. All right, so here's the rich copper. Yeah, yes, 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 yummy. And here's the aged brass. Nicole, oh, look at the aged brass, you guys. It's gorgeous. It's like gold, only not so bright. Aged brass. Holy smokes. This is actually a tough call because I was thinking copper, but now I'm thinking aged brass. Anyway, let's see what happens. Let us see. Fun. So I'm just going to do a little bit, you know, I think I'll just try a little bit of each one. And maybe I'll end up using both. Who knows? And so I'm going to use my little teeny tiny artist brushes, I think, on this one. That's this guy. You think so on the aged brass? Oh, man. Yeah, these are, look at those colors. Yeah, because the copper might get a little bit lost. I might use both. So again, I don't want to cover up too much of the orange because I love the orange. I love the contrast with the orange and the turquoise and the patina. So let's start with, you guys can see pretty well, I hope. I don't imagine I could get any closer. I'm right up in the camera. I hope you can see well. So I want to go around the edges of these flowers. I feel like I'm going to try to get you in a little bit closer. With my freaking luck I've had lately, everything will come collapsing down on me, like literally on me. Well, maybe not, so we'll see. I'm going to try to get you in closer. Hi, Jenny. Hey, thanks, Katie. Okay, that's pretty darn close, huh? Copper on top of the brass. So I just put these here just for like fun. So I'm going to take, I've got a little bit of the aged brass on the tip of my brush. And I'm going to kind of go a little bit around the edges. I don't want any white showing. And I painted these pretty sloppily while they were still wet and glued them on. And there's some white showing around the edges. But I knew I would fix that with the waxes. It's going to be a little bit subtle on your end, but you're going to see a slight transformation happen. Oop. Excuse me. This is so fun. So I'm going to start with the edges, and I am going to sort of dry brush a little bit on too. Bad boy. Once in a while, a pretty loud jet flies overhead. You can see it? Good, yay. So I love it too. Now I'm curious about the copper. I want to try a little bit of that. So I'm going to look for, I'm going to get a different brush, clean one. Brass on top flowers and fade them as they go down the piece into copper. Yeah, that would be super pretty too. Indeed. Well, maybe we try a few different things, and maybe I don't do everything all the same. Hi, Llewellyn. Ah, you're so welcome, Jenny. Jenny's referring to the fact that I often throw some of these in with orders. When I ship, especially if you're buying waxes, so that you'll have some to play with in case you don't. Let's see. What's this one going to do? Now this one's going to be super subtle because it's copper on top of a coppery orange. Like I want to blend some of this better. So you can layer these, you guys, okay? And you can go over them as many times as you want. If you don't like it at first, or if you just want to blend it, or if you want to layer it, if you want to do what somebody, I'm sorry, who, Katie just suggested a minute ago, maybe something brighter in the middle and then go out with something different, you can do that too. I want to see more of this copper. So this color is called Rich Copper, and I'm just really kind of dry brushing it over the orange, and it's very, very subtle. You can see it? Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you for letting me know. It's subtle, but it's kind of what I had in mind for this. Because I want to add a little copper bling, but not too much. And I think it's really the ticket. So just really kind of detail work here. But that's only because I did not paint the sides of these moldings very well at all before I put them on the piece. Because they were wet, they were messy, and they were starting to fall apart and dry and crumble. And I was like, I just got to get them on the piece and I'll deal with the colors later. Yeah, they are coming to life, right? So all this white is what I'm trying to kind of camouflage now by getting a little bit of copper over it. I don't want any of that white showing on these moldings. Yeah, the copper on top of the rusty nail is quite gorgeous. The rusty nail is the name of the paint color. It's a Dixie Belle paint. And then I'll decide, so I think I'm just going to continue with the copper, and then I'll decide if I want to add, I probably will add a little bit of that aged brass, but for now I'm digging the copper and the subtlety of it. I like them both so much. And if I get a little bit on the front of this, obviously, it's not going to be noticeable, right? It's like a peekaboo. Because I'm doing the patina, so if I get a little wax somewhere, it's just not gonna matter because it's gonna look like probably it was just part of the thing, the design. So obviously I'm going for a little bit of a boho thing here. Kind of a beachy boho. Would you say it's a little bit beachy? Beachy boho? So I'm gonna take some of that copper and dry brush it over these top flowers here a little bit. Just to kind of knock down a little bit of that aged brass. And just dry brush a little bit of copper on the flowers for a little bit of bling. Okay, can you see the difference between, oops, okay, I'm gonna have to crawl out and get that one because it fell underneath something. The flat flowers that I simply painted with paint and the ones I just did where I had just touched them a little bit with the waxes. Now that is what I'm talking about. Now still, as I'm looking up close, I can see white, and I'm not going to stop till I don't see any more white. But it really, takes it from here to the next level. I love these waxes so much. I'm totally obsessed with them. And molds, I'm also obsessed with. So I dropped my wax and it rolled away. Oh, good, it's right here. Yay. Okay. Let's see. So pretty. Super duper pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more of the copper. I'll probably just finish this piece, and then I have two other projects here, you guys, different things. So it's not gonna be one trick pony. I'm gonna work on this thing that I was working on earlier. If you happen to catch my live on the Dixie Belle page earlier, we need her to pop. So I'm gonna paint the mermaid with colors. The wax queen. I thought it was the mold queen. That's the title y'all have given me. But I don't think I'm the queen of anything, just but that is funny. So yeah, just brushing on a little bit of that copper, and I might still go in with a little bit of that brass, but I'm not sure because I love the brass, but the copper's giving it kind of just what I wanted. Okay, now let me adjust here a little bit. Isn't that pretty? And the singing queen, this is true. Oops. Let's do a little bit more on this one, and then I'll switch to this project Look at this, you guys. I mean, let's see what happens if I put just a tiny little bit of the aged brass right in the center, because I do like to brighten up the centers sometimes, just the centers. And the bright golds usually will do that. And then it kind of gives the flower a little extra pop. What a difference that makes. Wow, I'm so excited right now. So in case you can't tell, look, here's the flat with just painted, right? And then here's with just a little bit of wax. What a difference. Thank you, Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Robin. Okay. I'll do one more, just a little bit, and then I'm going to switch to a different project. Okay, so I'm just putting a little tiny bit on a cheap brush, artist brush. Okay. Now, if I was doing bigger surfaces, I would for sure use the Prima dabbing brushes, which I love. These are natural hair, natural bristle brushes. They come in, you can get a variety size pack or just one, and then you can get bigger. Like if I was doing more heavier application, I would do that. But for now, I want it to be a little more precise, so I'm just using this cheapo brush, this little artist brush. You don't need to spend a lot of money on these, unless you want to, unless you're an artist or whatever. So boy, isolation sucks, doesn't it? So when I say dry brush, that just means very gently pull the brush across the top, hitting mostly the high points, without really saturating it with the product. Mamma mia, you looking good. Ow! All right. So I will come back around and look at this more closely and touch up any white parts I don't like. And then at that point, you know, I'll decide if there's anything else I want to do. But I love it so much. I love this piece. I love the waxes. Hey, thanks, Davis. Thanks, Robin. I really just couldn't be happier. It's gorgeous. So that, my friends, is the rich copper. I just got some in literally today, I think, or yesterday. I can't remember. And then the other one I was looking at and showing you guys was aged brass, which is really, really gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited. It is just like I was imagining. It is. So, and as you also can imagine, a little goes a long way when you're doing little bits like this. Okay, let's push this bad boy aside. So Davis, yes, on my Heartland Vintage Market page, I did, I'm trying to remember, I did a lot of the steps of these pieces live. So you should be able to catch replays of that really close to the top of my page on the Heartland Vintage Market Facebook page. I should warn you, I've been going live long time, meaning just staying on camera for a long time because, you know, we all have a little extra time on our hands right now. Maybe not all of us, but a lot of us. A lot of us have a little extra time on our hands. A lot of us are at home more. I'm certainly at home more. And, you know, so I'm just trying to give you something to do and give myself something to do. So some of the lives are a little bit long right now, okay? You can always fast forward if you don't like any of the parts or if it's not what you're, you know, after. Okay, so there's that one. Pretty. Let's do, so, okay, this one. Thank you, sweet. Okay, so this one, now I'm thinking, I wish you could see the whole desk, but I can't really move the camera that much right now. It's pretty. Well, let's see, what if I could go like this without the world crashing down on me? It's a secretary desk, the, you know, drop down front. I haven't done the inside yet, but I was thinking well, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the inside yet. But anyway, it's patinaed out like crazy. And I did the white moldings on both sides. And that's where I am right now. So I'm at the point where I want to do something with the flowers, but I'm not trying to match them to the nightstands, okay? I'm trying to create a coordination without matchy-matchy. I don't suspect the same person that buys the nightstands will necessarily buy the desk, you know? So, but maybe they will if they coordinate. So, I like the white flowers. I really do. I mean, they're too flat and they need something right now, but I like them. So, isn't the patina amazing? Oh, I love it. I feel like I want to patina everything right now, but also not just the patina, but knowing how well these waxes go with the patina, right? So many of them. Okay, I want to get you nice and close. Nice and close. All right. All right, so anyway, I really like the white. I think it looks great in person. I don't know if you can see. So here's what I'm gonna do. I mentioned earlier, there's a new one, a matte wax. And this is called Old White. This is a true white. It's not off-white, it's just white. And it's matte. And it's creamy and blendable. So you can use a bigger brush like the dabbing brush and kind of just swirl it around in the wax. And I'm gonna go over these first with some white wax, just because right now what I have here are two different types of moldings. Resin on some and modeling material on some. And what I want to do is give them a base coat of something. I thought about using paint, but, and you know, you could use I could have used like white paint, but I feel like, well, for one thing, I wanted to be able to do a demonstration for you guys, showing you that you could paint with wax, okay? And also, if I did it all white paint, then they would all be the same white color, whereas right now the resin ones are a little bit whiter and the ones I made with the modeling material are a little less white, a little bit more off-white. And if I just use the wax, it'll tie them together without completely changing the look. I hope that makes sense. So this is just the first base color I'm doing. Then I'm going to choose some of my pretty metallic things. And I was thinking about maybe doing a little bit of white wax in the middle. What do you think? Should I bring a little white wax into the center? I might. Because the rest of the, yeah, I think I will, because I think it kind of needs it. So this is just kind of like a base wax coat that's gonna act kind of like a base paint coat. But instead of paints, we're using waxes. Hello. So see how blendable this is? Super spreadable and blendable. Now that said, you can also wipe off some of it, right? So I got a little bit in there. I don't want a lot. I think that's good. And the white wax is also going to sort of tie, it's going to kind of cover the edges and stuff a little bit without changing. I mean, it ties in well with the patina. Okay. So that was the old white matte wax. I have these new ones on my website as well. Almost all of them, I think I'm out of charcoal. But anyway, I have a bunch of the whites. That's at heartlandvintagemarket.com. I'm curious about this one. I haven't used this one all that much. It's called Turquoise Satin. This is yet another line from the Art Alchemy. It's called Opal Magic. I don't have too many of these. They're very, very sheer and kind of translucent. And that doesn't look like turquoise, does it? It's a little bit, I don't know the word I'm looking for. But anyway, it looks a little bit yellowish. And I'm kind of curious about it. And I'm going to put a little bit of it on. Because it's, I don't know, interesting. It's an, you know how opals are? They have all those layers of opalescent color. Okay, so that's giving it a little bit of yellow. Now, okay, the word turquoise may not be super appropriate, although, because I call it turquoise satin, although maybe with more layers, it might be more blue. I see that in some of these waxes where the more you layer, like if I did a second coat, the more the color comes through. That's especially true in the emerald, Lucky Emerald, which is a green. Sometimes you get really green first time out of the gate, but sometimes you do have to get it in your second coat to really get that emerald green. So anyway, at this point, I'm really just giving these flowers more dimension. And now I'm gonna go for something that's gonna be more noticeable here now. And that's gonna be, I don't know. Let's see, maybe you can help me pick. Aged brass. So remember, I'm not trying to match this one. I'm just trying to coordinate it. So they could go in the same room. Vintage gold. That one's pretty bright. So let's compare vintage gold to aged brass. Here's aged brass. It's hard to work around this light. And here's vintage gold. So this is a good choice. This one. Let's see what else. So this is one of my favorites. It's called Meteor Showers. It's a copper. And this is the Decor wax line. Let's compare that with the new one I just got, the H copper. Swear to God, if my head wasn't attached, I would be headless. I didn't think I put it back in the bucket. Bad boy. You. Where is it? Sorry, guys. Where is it? Goodness gracious. It's like I must be sitting on it or something. I was sitting on it. Well, it was under my self, let's just say. All right, so here's the rich copper. And here's the Meteor Showers. So this one, Rich Copper, looks like it has a little more orange in it, doesn't it? And Meteor Showers has more gold. Well, that tells me something right there. Right? Am I right? Okay, let's do this one. But see, this is why it's nice to have a lot of colors, and this is why a girl needs to have a lot of colors. All right, my friends, here we go. You ready? All right. I just want a little bit, I think. I'm a little afraid of losing the white because I like it, but I think the copper is going to be amazing. So I'm going to use my small brush. Can you see pretty well? Oh boy. So I'm going to go easy at first because I don't know how much I want. I mean, I may end up doing a lot of copper, but you know what's really nice? Because I did the layer of white wax first, that if I go too heavy on the copper and I want to take some off, it'll just make it that much easier. So maybe I'll end up going heavy on the copper and then wipe some back. I'm not sure. I hope that you can see pretty good. Interesting. Oops, a little heavy there. Interesting. We're getting there, I think. Yeah, both is always good too. I mean, it's really rare for me just to do one color of wax on any project. Because I usually, I love these waxes and I love to layer them and blend them and come up with rainbows of colors. So have you guys tried these waxes? And if so, what are your favorite colors? I would love to know, really. I've been selling a lot of these lately because I have them here in stock. They usually ship out within 1 day, mailing day. And they're just so fun. I mean, you can use these indoors. You can use them on small projects. You can use them on furniture. So they're really versatile and they make it easy to play around with color. I love this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it. I just love the process. You know, when something really clicks and you're happy with it, that moment like I just had when you realize, you know, you love what's happening. It's freaking amazing. Yes, I used a custom, bye Katie, thanks for hanging out, we'll see you later. I used a custom blend color. I actually ended up using maybe 5 colors of paint on this piece just because I didn't really have what I wanted, and then I kind of dabbed on some white that got a little bit lost, but anyway, and then plus the patina paints. But if you want a shorter cut version of it, 1 coat of your choice of color, blue or teal or turquoise, whatever, right? 2 coats, probably. Maybe 2 coats, 1.5 coats. Then copper patina paint. And here it is. And then you got to let that dry, okay? Then, and not over the whole piece. I blended it and I brushed it and I blended it and did some crazy stuff. And I showed that on my Facebook Live on my Heartland page yesterday or the day before, I think. So I put a lot of copper in this drawer, put a lot of copper around the edges and the corners, but not everywhere, a little bit here and there. And then you do a second coat of copper in the same spots, and then you spray it. And I used both blue and green patina spray. So here's the green, and then the blue. And the blue, is what turns it kind of whitish. All this like kind of whitish. That's the blue spray. And there's a little bit of green, but I went with mostly blue. This is pretty. I like it. I like how it ties in with the other pieces without being super matchy-matchy. Okay, I think I'll go on to the other project now, and then I'll come back and do these on my own later. This is addictive because it's very, it's therapeutic, and it's rewarding to watch it go from, you can see over there, the white, which is also very pretty, I think, right? Okay, here. To watch it go from just flat white, which is also very pretty, but to that, I think is pretty cool. Okay. Lovely. Oh, I've just got to at least finish up this one. Now, I will come back and look at it again, later and decide if I want more or if I want, more wax or if I want to add a second color or, basically just I'll step away, I'll take a step back and look at it. You can add more later, if you're tired, you want to go in and have some dinner, watch TV, do it. You can add more waxes later if you want, or you could add them right away. Oops, that was kind of rushing it, a little heavy there, so I'm just going to dab that off. And you can wipe off the excess, you can wipe off what you don't like, you can blend them. Lovely. If you miss a spot, you can get it later. All right. Hello, gorgeous. Where you been all my life? So those two are looking pretty. Thank you, Sharon. Gosh, I'm in love with this look. I think I'm going to have to, I know I'm going to have to create a piece for myself with these, with this look. Love it. And it's just my style. This is 100% me. Okay. Of course, I like a lot of different styles. I would never want to limit myself to one. I like them all. I do. Okay, I'm going to, where's that little piece of artwork? Where did you go, little piece of artwork? Where are ya? Good Lord. How far could it have gone? Craziness. Here it is. Okay. Sorry. So I have been busy today. Okay, so this is a canvas. It was a thrift store picture. Oh, look at my hand. I'm like the Tin Man, only gold. What? I just set my hand in the wax. That was brilliant. What's good to get that off? Oils like baby oil. So instead of just going straight to the scrubbing, which is going to be hard on your skin, swoosh around like some baby oil, then scrub it. Okay, so this is just a picture I got at like a thrift store a long time ago. It was boring and it was sitting in my garage really doing nothing for a long time. I used it to stage a photograph, I think one time. I'm gonna have to look for that before picture. So I decided to paint the canvas, which I'm not a canvas painting person, but we're just running out of projects, right? So looking around for things to paint. So I used the Redesign mold, the brand new one, called Sea Maven, and she needs to pop. And so these coral and whatever these sea plants are, they're all from that Sea Maven mold, which also I have quite a few of those in stock. And this one is actually the sunflower mold. It's just one little bit of it. I don't have all the petals, obviously. It's called Forest Treasures. And I don't even know what that is supposed to be, but I just felt like I needed something there that's kind of like a cross maybe between the sun and the moon. I don't know. So I did patina paint this, but now I'm going to use the waxes to bring out some of the details and stuff. Okay? All right. I'm proud of myself for this one because I'm not like an artist, but you know what it is? These products make it really easy to be an artist. You know, I mean, like, yes, I'm a furniture artist, but I'm not like a painter. I'm not a person who creates a lot of smalls. I mostly work on furniture. So I'm kind of proud of myself on this one. I'm probably hanging it in my bathroom or something, somewhere in my house. Okay, I'm just going to start layering on random colors because I don't exactly know what's going to happen. And you'll see how my mind works. So I'm starting with the copper that we've been using here today, rich copper it's called. And just going to kind of start randomly putting on some layers here. So this is going to add some nice shiny metallic to the patina. But not too shiny, just right shiny. And then I will definitely layer to get more colors, especially on her. Can you see? So maybe a little of dry brushing on over the coral. Actually, this is really pretty over the coral. Really pretty over that orange, man. So that combo is Dixie Belle Rusty Nail Paint plus the rich copper Art Alchemy wax. Oh, I love this piece. I want to finish it today and hang it in my bathroom. I think it'll go nicely there and I have just the spot for it. Maybe a little bit here on the sun. I guess it's the sun, maybe it's the moon, I don't know, maybe it's some sort of creature, some sort of sea flower. I don't really know. It's just what it is. This canvas also has this little texture coming out of the flower where it was a flower that I painted over. It was a textured flower. So I'm going to do something to sort of bring that out a little bit. Just kind of lightly brush some of the waxes. So it's just kind of a sea flower or something. I don't really know. So just working with what's there. Instead of working against it, trying to cover it, I'm like, I'm just going to work with it and use it. All right, let's bring her. I mean, there's still a lot more that needs to be done, but I'm going to bring her to life right now. So she needs, gosh, I'm trying to think, what color are mermaids and what colors do I want to use? I'm thinking a little peacock. So this one's got a hair hanging from it. This one's called Peacock. Rays of light stream down. Yes, how would I do that? See, it's the rays. What I could do is a little bit of diamond dust. So this one I like to use when there's just a little bit of something needed. So sometimes I'll blend a little bit of that in to the background. Not sure yet, but that is a good idea, Tracy. So let's try a little peacock on the mermaid. Also, you can use your fingers instead of brushes if you want, but I like to use the brushes. So preference. Stay. Am I close enough? Can you guys see? So if you run out of brushes, just take one of the ones you've been using and just kind of wipe it off with a paper towel. Let's give her, so this is Peacock. So even though it's like the same color blue, it's metallic and it's got more than just blue going on there, you see? So we'll start with that. Give her a little bling. I think her tail should be probably like blue and green and metallic, right? It's pretty subtle against this blue patina. So I'm gonna switch to something bolder because it's getting a little bit lost against the patina. Thank you, Mary. That's good to know. It is a gorgeous color, but unfortunately it's just getting a little bit lost here in this particular project. But I used it on the Peacock transfer recently. So the Peacock wax on the Peacock, not transfer, mold is gorgeous. So I need something I need green. Come to mama green. So I'm gonna use my favorite green in the whole wide world. It is this one. It's called Lucky Emerald. And this is what it looks like. So pretty. Now sometimes it goes on a little bronzy, okay? And sometimes it doesn't. So, it definitely has bronze undertones, which is nice. I like. You like that color, Valerie? Peacock. Yes, it is beautiful. I wish it would show up on her more, but it's not gonna. So anyway, the green, sometimes you have to layer it a little bit. Goes on a little bronzy. I'm gonna give her a pretty good dose of this. All over. Not her hair though. I have a plan for her hair. So when you layer, you really get a little bit of everything in there. And when I say layer, I just mean brush it over the other one or next to it or whatever, blend it. So she's starting to look like a mermaid. Isn't it? This is my favorite. This is one of my favorites. This one, the white gold, which unfortunately is out now of stock. This is one of my other favorites, white gold. But that's a little too subtle for this project. We're gonna give her, let's see, how can we bring out her face? I think maybe white gold might be good for her face, actually. Purple, I thought about that, Barbara, but I don't think I'm feeling purple in this one. But I did think about, maybe, however, there is a sort of a purpley blue called Gravity. I showed you this one in the beginning. This is from the Decor wax line. Maybe just a little bit of this. It's kind of a royal blue. I'm gonna try that because I think that's a good idea. Because I, need more blue here, but I'm not quite sure how to get it, so I'm kind of working on it. Maybe this one, maybe not. Yeah, that does pop, doesn't it? That's a good idea. Thank you. It's like bluish purple without being too purple. And I can blend it and rub some of it off if it's too heavy. a little, huh? Yeah. Hi, Gail. Thank you. It's like periwinkle, yes. So she's getting there, but she's not done yet. I got to do her face. I think I'm going to try the white gold for her face. It's kind of well, you know what white gold jewelry looks like, right? It looks like platinum or silver. It's not quite that. It's not that silver. It's kind of in between. It's almost more like 24 karat gold, like super light gold. I have more of these brushes out here. Oh, here's one. Yay, here's a clean one. A clean one for her face. So, yeah, like I said, my lives have been going really long today because I feel like it. And yeah, that was a good choice, I think, for her face, to make it light without being too light. A little white gold, just take that down in her bottom half a little bit. Too much copper. I'll knock down some of that copper. When I say knock down, what that means is you can go over it, because there's just too much copper in this piece, so I'll go over it with some other things, some other waxes. Oh, I guess, it's so hard to have it right up at the camera and be able to work on it at the same time, but yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? Oh, she does have a neck. Let's give her a neck. I'm like, wait, does she have no neck? We'll give her a little neck. Now I'm going to do her hair. Which is not to say I'm completely done with her body, but yeah, white gold really is nice. But I want to show you how this is about to pop, like a lot, I think. So I already put a little tiny bit of copper on her hair. I like that, but what I really want is this guy, Eternal. This is the bright Holy Grail gold. It's light and bright and shiny, and it's gonna pop. Hi, Margene. I did some singing on the Dixie Belle page earlier, which may get me fired from Dixie Belle, who knows. But I'm not really singing here today on this one. You never know, but yeah, I did a little singing already today. That's enough for you guys. All right, just cleaning off a brush. Let me get up close. So again, this is Eternal. That is the name of the color, and I'm going to do her hair with Eternal. So she has some golden blonde hair. Plus, this is the kind of thing you can do just inside while you're watching TV, or, you could do it with kids, grandkids. Might even be able to get your significant other to do it with you. I wouldn't be able to, but, anyway, so her hair is starting to look golden. Oh yeah, that would be pretty. And again, remember that after you think, like, okay, I'm done for now, then you can come back later and you can always add more of anything, anywhere. And that's one of the things I love about these waxes. I'm gonna dry brush a little of this Eternal on her body to give her a little more sparkle. So that means just very, very easily, lightly take some of this down I might add some more green in, for instance, you know, when I come back to it. Not sure yet. I think it needs a little more green. So that, you know, it's the kind of thing you just play with. Now you can see these are kind of just boring, and I'm gonna, you know, do some similar things with them, like just that little tiny bit right there just really brightened that up. A little tiny bit of Eternal that I put right there. Really brighten that up. And, you know, I think I'm gonna use the new, aged brass on this one. Oh, yeah, I'm very pleased with how this artwork is coming along, being as I don't usually really do much artwork. I do windows. I think I'm gonna have to buy some canvases and start doing some canvases, because this is fun and it'd be a nice gift for somebody, if nothing else. Like a very personal gift for somebody in your family or whatever, don't you think? So this is the aged brass. And I'm just gonna kind of brush a little on, give some of these plants a little bit more vibrancy. Very pretty. A little bit. Good Lord. Then there's this thing up here that I still don't know really what to do with yet, but I think the aged brass is going to just brighten that right up. This color is super pretty. Why didn't I discover it earlier? And I don't even know what this is supposed to be. It's just art. I feel like a little Eternal on that one would be good, that bright gold. Valerie, I've done so many Facebook Lives in the past few days. Chances are, if there's something you want to see, I probably did it live. And that would be on my Heartland Vintage Market page, Facebook page. And because it's been recent, it would be right toward the top. So replay. Some of them are pretty long because I've just been going live a lot and leaving it on and just, you know, showing you guys the whole process, knowing that you can tune out whenever you want, right? You want to stay tuned in, stay tuned in. You want to fast forward to something, fast forward to something. So anyway, yeah, I mean, there's so many different steps involved that I did, the molds and the paint and everything. This one I did on the Dixie Belle page today. So that would be the Dixie Belle Paint Company page. The molds were already on it, but I did the patina on that. If you want to see that part of it. So this is the Eternal. Brighten this bad boy up a little bit. Now, the other thing I was thinking about was maybe a little white wax to kind of blend this better. Just a little. Or maybe some of that turquoise satin wax I was doing earlier. And this is why I have a million colors, because then you just have more options. So I had this turquoise satin wax that I think would be a really good choice. I should have left it out. There it is. It's really not turquoise, you guys. It's kind of, well, let's just put some on and see. So I think I already used this one on this brush, so I'm going to try a little bit of that. And I'm going to see if it makes sense to sort of put a little bit here. It didn't really do anything. So that's not the right choice this. You know what? I do think I'm going to try some of that Dixie, not Dixie, Diamond Dust. So this is another one of my favorites. It's called Diamond Dust. Just got some more back in stock. It is a good way to lighten and brighten something. I'll show you. I'm swiping the wax off my brush so I can use the same one here. It's kind of a little bit champagne yellowish, but it's really very translucent. So I feel like maybe I could do a little bit up in here with it. Just adds a little bit of shimmer and color. Like someone was mentioning the sun's rays earlier, and it could act as a little bit like that. I'm not sure that this is necessarily the sun. I don't know what it is. It's just random. But it's added just a hint of something else in there. Do you see that? Of course, you could put it on much heavier if you want. Oh, I love it. I love it. Diamond Dust, yes. This is a must-have, you guys. I love it. It's just really adding a lot. Even though it's subtle, it's just what I needed. Love it. Perfect. It's just adding the lightest little bit of bling. This is all new to you, Valerie. It's so fun. And these little waxes are very affordable too. So you can get, you know, I shouldn't say you can get I don't know what you can afford or what you can't, but they're very inexpensive. So, and then these cost a little more, but look at, they're huge. And, they last a long time. This was the best idea, this Diamond Dust. Yeah. So this is cute. I think after this, if I can find another canvas or something, I'm going to make something for my mom, a gift, and send it to her. Imagine getting something like this, you know, in the mail, like completely unexpectedly from somebody, a gift that you made, you know, thinking about that person while you're making it and thinking about their taste and their decor, you know. Yeah, I gotta make something for my mom. I've been meaning to do that for a long time. She's in Alaska and I'm in Idaho. So, yeah, but you can print these out and get something really one of a kind to somebody you love. This Diamond Dust is a good all over highlighter. All right. Okay, sure. I like getting gifts too. Getting surprises in the mail. So, can you see that? I like that little shimmer that added a lot. So at this point, I'm not sure if I'm done or not. I'm going to take another look, step back. I think she needs a little more green in her tail, but I feel like I'm really, really close. And so I'll just put a little bit more green in her tail right now. Oops. And like I said, sometimes this green can come off a little bit bronzy. It's a chameleon, this green. Sometimes it's super green, sometimes it's super bronze. And then sometimes it's just in the middle of that. Okay, it's the part where I need to step back and see what I think. Almost. But first, I'm going to go back to this gravity. This could go on and on as long as you let it, as far as continuing to add and enhance the colors. All right, yeah, I just really need to take a step back and look at it now, but I think it's pretty good. Yes, it's called Lucky Emerald, Peggy. Hi, Diane. Well, you came in right at the end. What do you guys think? Is it cool or is it my imagination? I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll do a little bit more. Yeah, like I said, this could go on and on and on as you know, see little opportunities to enhance it. All right. I think I'm going to call her done for now. That's Diamond Dust. And thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Mary. That was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. 3 different wax projects. Which one do you like the best? Let's leave it at that. Now, I know there's still some of you watching. Some of you have been quiet and you've just been hanging out, and that's totally cool. Do you like the orange flower, the rust flowers with the copper? Maybe you need to see it a little bit better. So that's the wax is called Rich Copper, and that's over orange patina paint. And then I can't really get you any closer to this, I don't think, right now without everything crashing down. Maybe I can. Yes, I can. Here. This is simply the old white wax. So on the molds, I didn't even paint them. I just went right over them with the old white wax. And then I dry brushed on, which one? Rich Copper. Okay. And then, of course, there's our little mermaid gal, which I use quite a few different colors on. And that's kind of hard to get you a very good shot of that. So which one's your favorite? Which one? Which one? Looks like the water's moving under the sea, because I did a little extra patina down there at the bottom in the green. The white flowers is your favorite? Cool. Cool. I think it's hard for me to have a favorite because they're all so unique and I love them all, but it might be the white flowers for me too. These flowers are gorgeous. All right, you guys. Well, I'm not going to sit here and make you answer. Copper flowers, okay? Cool. The old wax with the rich copper. I mean, the old white. Yep. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, you guys. Well, I'll post pictures of these when I finally get around to getting them staged, which who knows when that will be. But thanks for hanging out. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. HeartlandVintageMarket.com if you wish to purchase any of these products. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night and a great weekend. And I'll see you soon. I'm Brooke. See you later, you guys. Bye.